Why, hello everybody. I'm back. It's streaming time. And I got Ghost of Tsushima right behind me playing in the background. Because I was playing it before doing the stream, so. Anyway, back to Dragon Age. Hopefully by the end of this weekend I'll have a new setup with my stream. Sorry, itchy beard. Yeah, with a new profile pic, new layout hopefully, and then we'll see. Go from there. We'll go from there. Anyway, let's get into it.
Yes. Yes.
I don't have a healer, and that's annoying me because I want her to learn healing. The thing is, I'm only going there with Sten just to get his sword.
Indeed.
Hang on, let me let's
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because obviously I need to bring him at least once. Pick up the sword and then we'll find his sword because we are doing the dwarves next. Ah, there's the mages.
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire!
Willpower, because willpower is fucking needed.
Got it.
What did the? Oh, I like those mages.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get
Yeah,
off my back?
So look, anyway, yeah, that's it. I think we could talk to him.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Excellent. Coming back here just to get into the Dwarven Kingdom, and it's Dwarven Kingdom. Better, one of the better.
I have one.
extends. Oh, I don't have any more engine potions. Shit. I really wish I could get more accessories.
All the Darkspawn are fleeing the underground, and we are going there. You called. As you...
Step right, Maker's breath. Oh, beg your pardon, friend. You, startled me a bit. Can what? I'm sorry, I don't know what that...
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir. I don't have it, I swear by Andraste's knickers. I sold it on the way here. It's true. Maker, please, you have to believe me. If I had it, I'd give it to you. I sold it to a dwarf in Redcliffe, name of Dwin. He's the one who has the sword, I promise you. Said he was a collector.
We'll see.
Pretty sure there's a shop.
You know what the butcher told me today? There's a grey warden loose.
You know, Win, I have a friend back in Antiva who would be very excited to meet you.
I'm sorry.
Salvail prefers women with experience and maturity. He says that...
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown. Twice a year, my grandfather says I've lost my stone set.
Damn it, I thought he sold.
Big battle out by Winter's Breath, I hear.
So it seems.
Off the wet cliff I go. Okay, I'm blind. Buy the backpack. I bought a lot of shit.
Go celebrate or whatever you have to do. Now, why would you be interested in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive.
Hang on, what happened? Did you got a notification? Oh, thank you, Moxie52 for the follow. Just realised I have it on my phone and I just did not notice it.
6 sovereigns. Good enough. It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone?
Okay, give me the sword. I'll take this shit along the way, and then, yeah. Oh, I feel you. Top 6, ooh, nice. Oh man, I see quest. I see quest marker. In. Oh, he's right back there. Jesus, didn't want to know. Hang on. fair play. I don't mind. You do whatever. You can watch. Wait. Oh, there you are, you mage collect.
Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Okay, now back to the map. I think that's a glitch. Lovely. Excuse me. Mo. Stan gets his sword.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war. I would thank you for this, if I knew how. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended, don't you agree? Then lead the way.
Yay!
Something I can help with?
I have been mistaken. You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met. You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield. In time. There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on. As you wish.
Cool history right now. Let's go to stand. Let's equip his. So it is stupidly weak. But it's his sword, so we can't exactly tell him no to it. Well, it's not stupidly weak, it's just there are better swords out there because of the whole Ultimate Edition, so anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, since Morgan can't heal yet, I'm
Yes.
gonna go win again, and then I wanna bring a rogue. Wait, War Dog. Just trying to figure this out. So warrior, rogue, mage. I think the dog's a rogue. Between the Liliana, because I put Liliana to the. Yeah, I'll bring the dog, because I brought Liliana to. Although I can bring Zevran.
Yes.
Let's bring Zevran. Let's go back up here. And to be fair, we'll be probably replacing Zevran sometime in the future because of a companion that we'll be getting, so it'll be interesting. Level you up. Willpower, douche. Willpower. That's not what I wanted. There we go, stealing. Gonna need it.
Did you hear? Andraste's ashes have been found here in Florence.
Logain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Logain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
None more important than mine.
Your business will wait. Orzammar must limit outside influence until the throne is settled. No one gets in.
No.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Kalen and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Logain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
Thank you.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Logain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. You'll hear of this. King Logain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
No, just help.
A trust follower.
Ah, the Paragons,
Arrival
I
is a
believe.
mixed blessing.
The dwarves
We prefer
worship
that
their own
outsiders
ancestors,
not witness
if you
our
can believe
infighting,
it.
but your presence will be tolerated.
Thank you, God.
Bread? Please, sir. Just a bit of bread. Spare a few bits for an old man.
Oh, she could have surfaced. Good job.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know.
Social status.
Don't say that.
The virtues of the dwarves.
Get back to the forge. I want to see more details. Yes,
Got it.
Okay. Codex.
So, here is a question for the Painted Elf.
Painted elf. Oh, that's me. Oh, I do like that.
Am I to understand correctly that the Painted Elf is a crow?
Not literally, but yes, I am a crow.
As in a bird.
Is there another sort?
So the Painted Elf assaults helpless statuary with its feces.
If given sufficient cause, why not?
That is outrageous. The Painted Elf will stay away from me, or else.
I get a lot of that.
Conversations.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
War. What's it good for? Absolutely nothing you can know.
I won't have fighting in the cup.
Now is better than later.
Outsiders.
I'll have him in the Legion.
Vieta, surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
And I respect that.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here. They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate. Yes, you should.
Lava bad. Don't go near the lava.
Thank you, Sherlock. Yeah.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him safe. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
Nope.
My name is Vilda, widow of Turak of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself. Warden, so you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Don't get your hopes up. We could search the deep roads for decades with no sight of the boy.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Hand quest.
Drunken dwarves. What could be the harm in a few of those?
Walk all in. Nice. Should really talk to Gavok. There's like a few side quests to do here.
I'll get on it.
And then, yeah, that's who I want to do.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? You look like you're not from around here. Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Oh, my lady, it's an honor. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation and a great responsibility.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smith caste. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Nerd! In a good way, I mean that in a good way. She's a good nerd.
Now is better than later.
Ah, okay, we're quiet.
Greetings!
Alright.
What was I saying?
Can I have a look at your shop, please?
Right. Yeah, I have some lovely...
I hate when it takes forever. Alright, please tell me you have potions. You do not, but you do have some light gifts. Oh, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting that full. I need more strength. next to do some quests. Possibly this. Actually, no, I need to go to the library assembly hall thingy.
Topsiders? Good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. I'll take your...
Please tell me you have some potions. You do not. I'll get that. No problem. Enjoy the rest of your day, Moxie. And thank you. Or evening, or whatever part of the world you're in, Moxie. Have a good one. Damn it, that's where.
Got it.
Higher class of midget lives here, I'll wager.
Questions arise regarding Lord Balin.
Lord Haramont is a weak man, and he will be a weak...
Wow. That's in the shape of it, that's what it's called. Whoop, whoop. Some quests here.
Thief! Who would dare take Warden? I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
This is about the Legion.
Poem, pardon me. Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads. A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Haramont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble.
No problem.
If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Alright, let's go get that thief. This place is so big. Ridiculous. I love it at the same time.
News of the hour. Support Lord Haramont at your own
peril.
The end of Orzammar be
Now,
nigh.
if you guys are asking who will I support, I'll support Balin because, to be fair, Balin is a good king. He's an arrogant, lying, cheating bastard, but he's good at what he does. Which is why a lot of things are. But anyway, Nico, speed.
I have a Question for you, Shale. How does it feel to be a giant statue?
What a bizarre question. How else would it feel?
Well, let's see. Does it hurt? Do you feel like you've been buried under a pile of rock? Or do you feel nothing at all?
I have nothing to compare it to. How does it feel to be considered an inferior race when compared to others who are just as soft and weak as you?
Fine.
How very fragile it must be. One touch and its kind crumples, spilling liquid everywhere. No wonder they clad themselves in metal.
It takes more than just a touch, I'm sure.
I feel very solid and immortal. No putrid liquids to squirt out of me. Oh, no.
Now that you mention it, I suddenly rather feel like a delicate mushroom.
What do they have to prove? They're all soft, filthy things that are going to die.
Generally forgot who I need to speak to.
Got it.
It's at the assembly hall, so back at the Diamond Quarter. Jesus. Oh, I'm dumb. Orzamar's pretty. I wish.
Shale, why do you refer to me as the Elder Mage?
Clearly because it is purple and a hyena.
Then you simply wish to be perverse? Surely you're better than that.
I have found that I'm allowed precious few amusements. Since so many prefer to call me Gollum, I enjoy referring to them in a similar fashion.
Oh, very well. But could you at least use a different adjective? I do not wish my age to be my defining characteristic.
As the fussy mage desires.
Oh, I give up.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, undoubtedly to offer assistance to Lord Harrowmont.
He wishes.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
Such big houses they have.
I believe he's at the assembly, which is in here. Can I actually go in?
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bangalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
That was fun.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Oh, Stone. You must be the Grey Warden. I completely forgot about the Gate Guard's message. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Verender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
No, that's plenty, actually.
Warden, it is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now, the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harrowmont for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests. Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Yeah, so I'm supporting Prince Balin. He is the better choice.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Verender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear.
And this is to be your king. One who cannot keep his own men from running like frightened children.
Lord Harrowmont does not use threats or intimidation to motivate his men. He leads by example.
Ah, I see. So it's his example they follow as they cower from this Prince Balin.
How dare you slander Lord Harrowmont?
Why should we ally ourselves with someone too scared even to grant us an audience? I suppose not everyone can face death as undaunted as an Antivan, it's true.
Then you agree to fight in Harrowmont's name. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk it. If you change your mind...
Honestly,
News of the hour. Lord Harrowmont entrenched in the path.
everyone's right.
Lord Balin is a bad, bad man. Yeah, very bad.
Oh,
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Bronca didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to town.
I don't know how much strength she has, actually.
Absters and drowned yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon, or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled. Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branca. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino. Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the Deep Roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the Deep Roads and abandoned him. Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation. She invented a smokeless fuel that let the smith caste increase their output by nearly a third. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name. Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her. It's been 2 years since Branca left. No one has ever stayed in the Deep Roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the Deep Roads and abandoned him. It's been 2 years. The search teams who went out found... Did you see any guard...
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Get out of here. This is private business. Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Whoa, whoa.
All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I'm showing you the...
Give me all your potions. Kinda do need it. I mean, I'm a... Stats quickly. So I got 29. I need quite a bit.
Oh, wonderful. A dwarven tavern.
Told him I don't understand why the Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden? But there are those like you who see this with concern, no? Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other castes. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary. Oh, well, I'd ask for proof. Or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know? Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And we'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day. I actually thought he was the better candidate. You must think I'm pretty soddy naive, huh? They're all the same, well-dressed, blood-sucking cave ticks. I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. Someone saw you talking to Vartag Gavorn, and now it's all over that you've been doing dirty errands for Balin. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest. You don't need a king to face a blight. You need a paragon. The Assembly elects them, but they're higher than the Assembly. They become nobles, but they're more than anyone born to a house. They're what every dwarf with a spine not made of soap dreams of being. City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the deep roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. Why do you care, huh? You looking to uncover all her secrets? Is that what Balin wants? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He wants it for himself, right? A little blessing from the Ancients' technology, and he's assured the throne. Is that it? Too little, too late. But it's a nice gesture, Warden. If you think your boot kissing will get you an in I don't have, you're welcome to try this. I know both Harrowmont and Balin have been asking about her. 2 years without a peep, and suddenly now they want to start looking. If you find out what they know, it might just put me a step closer to finding her. Or sit here and have a drink. It's all the bleeding same to me. Barkeep?
We're here to kill them all, yes?
Funny,
You'll get no mercy from me! Let's see what you're made of! Some blood!
Why did he become naked all of a sudden? Well, I'll take that.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a... Oh, you looking for... Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for some human king, like about the law. You could... And, if you bring back this return order, I could pay you. I don't think...
Something is coming.
There we go, more experience. And holy shit. Holy shit.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here. Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, I mean, this person in? You've walked into a so...
So hang on, give me a minute.
Spare a bit for the needy? Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no! I can't bear to even think of it! My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a minor, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him. You would do that? But why? then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Hang on, I'm just going.
What's on your mind? Is something troubling you? A Grey Warden should put aside the person that he used to be. It has shaped the person that he is, but he has become something greater. Grey Wardens have no titles. They owe no allegiance to a king or lord. They cannot serve one people. They must serve them all and protect them all. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage, and that gives me...
Alright, let's go talk to her.
All right.
What are you looking at, stranger? I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine. What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't you see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say? Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Please don't. Let's go. Actually, he might have a helmet that might. I don't want.
All right.
Welcome to... Looking for a new set of mail. Of course.
Fully sick. Yeah, everything has to be in the 30s. I kind of figured that.
right, all right.
Lord Balin considering widespread military draft.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about. It's fascinating, but I'm sure it's more difficult on the surface. It must be much harder to find them. Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it. He is leading a Deep Roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt. Thank you. He was searching an old... He left me with this map, in case I'll give you a pass. Good luck.
Sorry about the skip, but essentially she's just telling us to go to the Deep Woods.
Seems darker this way. Perhaps this is how one leaves the Dwarven city.
What's this? An elf?
Yep.
Sorry, but I cannot allow you past. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today. I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for them.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far, except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening. Best of luck.
So that's clearly the way.
Careful. I don't think that's the last of them.
I am prey for no creature. Got it. Good shot. As you like. A beast. Let's maul it. That'll teach you. Let's maul. Someone's going to fall. You can get off my back. No mercy. Watch the horror as I rip you apart.
I know they're back there, but I actually want to see what's.
On your guard, wretch!
Oh, that was slightly nerve-wracking. Ah, oh, now I know what's down here. Let's go talk to them. My streams are very slow delay because unless no, okay, sweet.
pulled us from a tight spot, friend. You have my gratitude. I am Lord Anwar Dace. So how does an elf come to be down here, anyway? I don't understand. What could... These are the terms of a deal we made with Lord Harriman, but... the charlatan. He's promised the exact same land to Helmy. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I owe you twice now. My life and my house's fortune. Ah yes, a favor for a favor. My family is very influential with some of the surface merchants. If you attend any of their stores, you'll find them quite obliging to any friend of the Daces. I must return now. My men need healing and I want to look into this. You wish to travel with us? And let us reach Orzammar before more beasts find our scent.
Hello, hello. Hello, Casper. And bye, Casper.
Thank you for your service.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Just need to do something. B. I am back. Right, let's get into... Oh wait, did I forgot the... I forgot the... Yeah, I did. Right, there we go. There we go.
You have House Dace's thanks.
You are welcome.
Lord Harriman is a weak man, and he will be a weak king.
Yeah, it's very convincing. Fucking convincing the fucking nation that he's corrupt.
Now it's better than...
Lady Dace just came through the quarter on a tear. She's telling everyone who'll listen what a leech and a liar Harriman is. Good job. So you were serious about wanting to help us. Are you ready to meet Balaam now? I warn you, be on your best behavior, and keep your weapons sheathed.
I am impressed, Warden. Not many outsiders so quickly grasp Orzammar's rather convoluted politics. I am Prince Balin. Fartag told me of your efforts against the usurper who tried to claim my father's throne.
Yeah.
Then we have a common goal. We may not like each other, but the Blight is our first priority. We need absolute unity to fight against the fulcrum of true evil. Absolutely. And sworn on the mail of my ancestors, as soon as Orzammar is united under my rule. Unfortunately, while this debate rages, I have no power to send the troops you need. You've seen for yourself, the city is a slaughterhouse. Criminals run lawless. I could never hold the throne if I allowed such chaos. Jarvia and her Carta are behind this bedlam. If you can eliminate them, I promise as king, I will send as many troops as you need to fight the Darkspawn. Unfortunately, I have little information on Jarvia. Her base of power is in Dust Town, the lowest part of the city, and my men have few sources there.
Of course.
Maybe the castless will talk more freely with a stranger. That's all I can ask, but I can be of no help until this problem is solved. And every minute we wait, more Darkspawn swarm into human lands.
He's not convincing me. I know he's lying to his teeth. But he is the better king. That's a bitch. Aha. Figured something out. There's two there, there's one there. I don't know where the other one is. Is it in this one? I don't know.
This'll be fun!
I'll get on it.
By the ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things. Thanks again, Warden.
All be aware that the Grey Wardens have aligned with Lord Balin. Grey Wardens endorse anarchy in Orzammar. Support Lord Harrowmont and his...
What's going on with my stream? I need to check something because I think I might have to stop early. It seems to be running fine. I am getting frame drops for some reason. I do see those frame drops. Just don't want to move over that. I do find that out.
Balin has corrupted the Warden. End this for Harriman.
Get off my back?
Back to... Yeah, for some reason my stream's acting really slow. I don't...
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple. What are you looking for? Know it? I lived it, my friend. And let me tell you, it's worse now than in my day. Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her. Won't be easy. She's gotten real careful since Barat died. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there. Can't help you there, Selrocka. The Carta members keep them real tight. Now, how about that coin you promised?
So the so that.
I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
Got it.
Well, look what we have here. Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
Yay.
Let's see what you're made of!
Don't kill me! Sorry ancestors! What do they teach you on the surface? You fight like a bleeding archdemon.
How the fuck
Sweet
you know?
bloody stone, look at them all!
The base is below the city. You can get to it through the wall of the third house on this row. Put this token through the slot, and it'll open.
Will you let me go now?
No!
Now it's better than later. Run while you still can!
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes.
My map used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there. Yes? Why is someone like you hanging about Dusttown so much? Don't...
Oh, that's interesting.
Now it's better than...
What's the password? Looks like we have a martyr, boys.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I should have come here first before getting raids. Equipment, although to be fair, I probably wouldn't use it as much as Shoot weapons